Combining my experience doing my own advertising as a very small business with seeing how it worked at the very large level with Google. Here was my main takeaway. And this is going to sound pretty, reductive, but I think it's true. That all advertising is just guessing. Everyone's guessing. Nobody knows what's going to work. Being able to tell, oh, that is AI is almost it's increasingly non-existent. So it's not get less and less of a problem if it was even was. But at the end of the day, I just look at what's the cost per conversion. And enough people are fine with it to where it's still lowering cost of conversion by 30 to 50%. Most of these things are not going to win big brand awards. It's not its job. Its job is to earn the conversion. The capabilities are going up and up, and the time and cost to produce relevant, quality, credible shots on goal, the time and cost would basically go into zero. My goal is to get someone landing on Adsmith, entering, and getting them not only intake, but all the way to a published campaign within 5 minutes. Coming up with those concepts for every one of those prompts, I'm a creative guy. I can come up with maybe 15 ways to sell a sandwich, but I can't come up with like 300 ways to sell a sandwich. So again, having the AI come up with the concepts and varying these concepts, that matters because humans get stuck around local maxima, around our own creative preferences and beliefs on what works. The AI doesn't care. The AI explores anything that's credible. The creative space out of which you can produce a given ad is infinite. There's literally infinite ways to arrange a series of pixels within some rectangle to produce something that tries to convince someone to click on it. Infinite ways. That's how we outperform as well, because we just try so many goddamn things. And there is signal among a ton of noise that with enough data, we can actually make better and better guesses as to what works. Those predictions are just always informed with a bias towards trying new things that are more likely to succeed than other new things. We just believe that the algorithm is always going to make better choices. I tell my customers, I don't know what's going to work. I couldn't tell you in advance, but I know that something is going to work. What the platforms want, Meta says this explicitly they say, we want creative diversity. They say, look, give us a bunch of content and we will figure out what to show to whom. And then, this kind of experiment is going to work with this segment, and this is going to work with that segment, and let us figure it out. Now it's service as software, where the budgets for services actually dwarfs currently budgets for software. But as AI increasingly enables us to provide these services, more and more of those dollars are going to move over to, those services being offered by software. Somebody needs to be the marketing fiduciary on behalf of the customer, that's only focused on optimizing their spend. And I think that inherently has to be a layer outside the platforms that's using the platforms most effectively in concert. So that's where I see our places. That's what agencies are doing now. I'm just trying to be a better agency with better performance and better cost structure. An agency is a compendium of jobs to be done. Why do agencies exist in the first place? Advertising is complicated, particularly now. I mean, these ad platforms, like I've been using these ad platforms for, 15 years and I still find it confusing. There's all kinds of knobs and levers. We are not actually marketers by trade. We are engineers trying to optimize every performance lever available in these advertising platforms.